Being in a relationship, or the thought of being in a relationship, it can consume a ton of time. It can consume a ton of your thoughts. How much time do you spend thinking about that person that you have a crush on, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or your ex-boyfriend, or your ex-girlfriend? A lot of times in high school, you might experience your first love, or you might experience your first real heartbreak.
What's it like breaking up? Like, what's a breakup in high school like?
I feel like every high school girl will tell you it's kind of devastating, especially if it's your first like real serious relationship, and that was what it was like for me. You feel like it's your first love, so obviously I was pretty heartbroken. And if I didn't have, a bunch of friends to back me up, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten through it.
So you say it's devastating.
Yes.
What does being devastated mean? Like, what did you do? How did you cope? Like, talk me through like the first night of like being broken up. Like, what happened?
Well, there's lots of tears, lots of tears. Lots of not talking about it. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to think about it. I broke up with him because I knew he didn't love me anymore. I knew he didn't want to be in a relationship, and he just didn't want to hurt my feelings, and I kind of wasn't okay with being with someone who wasn't going to reciprocate the same feelings that I was. And it's hard when you're more involved and more dedicated to a relationship, and it's like hard to see that person not reciprocate how hard you're trying and not trying as hard as you.
So like, tell me the thoughts in your head about like going from such a serious relationship to like not having it anymore.
I made a silly mistake and kind of pushed some friends away when I was dating him, and so it was really hard not to text him or not to call him because I needed my best friend to get through a breakup like that, but my best friend is the one I broke up with, so it was really hard.
So maybe you just went through a breakup, or you need to break up with someone. The important thing to remember is it's not the end of the world. This isn't going to define you. This is an opportunity for you, an opportunity to find out who you are, figure out what worked, figure out what didn't, and start asking yourself, what does a healthy relationship look like?
It got to a point where like I would start to say no to hanging out with my friends, to hang out with him. I slacked off on schoolwork. He kind of became like the main thing that was important to me. I guess like that's, my parents kind of started to not like him, friends didn't like him, sister didn't like him because it felt like he was kind of like becoming the main source of my time.
What kind of pressure and tension did that cause where like when your family and friends and sisters, stop liking your boyfriend?
I mean, I think it's hard because you want them to see him the way that you see your boyfriend. It's hard to like divide all of your time up equally, and
do you feel like a lot of kids do that? Like have that pressure between like my friends and my
family, friends, boyfriend, I want everyone to be happy with me. But when they're all competing for the same kind of like position in your life, they're all competing for your love, they're all competing for your time, your attention, your affection, and they all want the same thing, but it's hard to give an equal amount of the same thing to everyone. If you do devote your whole self to one area, that's where it becomes kind of toxic or unhealthy, because then you aren't filling up that bucket with everyone else in your life.
It got to a point where my ex-girlfriend took all the friends, all the girls off my Snapchat, like my cousins, my sisters. I feel like that's too crazy. Like it's not that serious for you to like get that deep. I mean, I shouldn't be showing other girls attention, and you shouldn't be showing other guys attention, but if that's like my friend and that's like cause I have girls' best friends. So if I want to like their photo, then I'm gonna like their photo because I'm showing her support on her photo because she look good. And that's my friend from a friend standpoint. High school relationship is not that serious. Some might be, but you should focus on school.
At the core of a healthy relationship, there's always balance. And for some couples, finding that, it takes time, it's hard work. But without it, the rest of your life, it can start to suffer. So you've been dating for 13 months. And so that's pretty much most of your high school experience.
Yeah.
So have you guys noticed, because I think this is kind of typical of high school, have you guys noticed that the more you guys have hung out, the less you kind of gotten close to your other friends?
Yeah.
And so talk to me about like how those relationships have just changed and how different it is now.
Well, with my friends, they're pretty cool with it. I mean, my best friend, he has a girlfriend too, so he understands.
Hey, what about you and your girlfriends?
When we first started dating, I had a lot of problems with them, and we would fight a lot, and
Like you'd fight because of him? Like you'd get mad because you...
Yeah, they just told me that I deserved better than him. They didn't like him at all. They did not like him. One of them like told me, you choose him or choose us. Like that situation, and that was really, really upsetting for me.
Totally.
Because I didn't know what to do.
So you had your friends basically gave you an ultimatum, like him or us?
Yeah. But I just didn't choose either. I was like, I'm gonna stay with him, but I'll still be friends with you, and then that really upset them, so they stopped inviting me to do stuff.
And that's when it really hurt.
Yeah.
Being in a serious relationship, it affects the people around you, specifically your family and friends. And a healthy relationship is one where you still invest in those people. You still spend time and share experiences with them. You knew them before you started dating, and those are the relationships you're gonna take with you for the rest of your life. But a healthy relationship is one where you also invest in becoming friends with your significant other.
We would go through hard times or rough patches, but at the very end of the day, who do I want to be driving around the country with in a van? Who do I want to be sitting next to on an airplane? There's no one else I wanted to picture myself with.
How important is it to be best friends with the person that you're in a relationship
That
with?
is
everything.
that is literally everything.
We will do like the same exact thing without even like thinking. Like I know it's like really silly to be like, oh, we finish each other's sentences, but we'll literally just say the exact same thing without thinking.
We're not
about
even finishing each other's sentences. We're saying the same sentence.
Or like we'll
at
think the same
time.
thing and then look at each other and both have thought the same exact thing. It's like in a TV show how there's like, you know, it's like, oh, whatever, this person, that person, they're just always been best friends since growing up. We've never had that person in either of our lives, so then we just kind of end up being that person for each other.
Dating in high school is tricky. You've got to balance friendships, you've got to balance time with your family, your schoolwork, and school activities. It can be really difficult. But the truth is, some high school relationships make it, most won't. Only 2% of high school sweethearts go on to get married. And of that 2%, over 50% of those end in divorce. Why are those numbers so high? I honestly think it's because people spend so much time trying to figure out who they are as a couple before they ever understand who they are by themselves. So if you're in a relationship in high school or you want to be in one, I think the most important question you need to ask yourself is, why do I need this relationship? Am I doing it because society tells me I have to be dating someone? Am I doing it because I don't feel valued as a person and this is one way for me to feel important? Or am I doing it because I genuinely care about this person and they're who I want to spend time with? So whatever your why is, I believe the key to a healthy relationship is figuring out who you are first.
You're watching Pojo News. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jack. We'll be hosting our first STEAM Fair on May 13th, 2025 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the SHS cafeteria. If you have any big ideas or curiosity you can't shake, this is your chance to turn it into a project and share it with the world. You can work solo or with friends and invent something new. Join the STEAM Fair and let your passion take center stage. Any student from 7th to 12th grade is invited to participate. Students may work in a group of up to 4. Only one person in each group needs to fill a registration form. All forms are due by April 11th. Scan the QR code on the screen or on the flyers around the school.
You with the rough one.
Malleable. Capable of being shaped or formed. Her malleable approach to learning allowed her to adapt quickly to different teaching styles, making it easier for her to succeed in a variety of subjects.
Want to be part of something great? Shine bright at SHS Color Guard tryouts. Information meetings and important dates are as follows. Color Guard auditions are coming up soon. Students who are interested need to attend one of the 2 audition meetings on either April 3rd at 6 p.m. in the competition gym or April 7th at 6 p.m. in the auditorium. For more information, please contact Mr. Reeby or ask a current Color Guard member. Tryouts will be held on through April 14th through 17th. All are welcome.
FCA will be meeting Friday before school at 7:15 in room 503 located in the welding shop. Come join us for a time of fellowship, encouragement, and inspiration. Open to all students, athletes, and non-athletes alike. Bring a friend and start your day off with a positive message, great community, and fellowship. We're excited to see you there.
Looking ahead, April 8th, English 1 EOC. April 10th, English 2 EOC.
April 16th, Biology EOC. April 18th, Staff Student Holiday. April 21st, Staff Workday Student Holiday.
April 23rd, U.S. History EOC. April 29th, Algebra 1 EOC.
Now for the pledges and a moment of silence.
Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic of which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for the moment of silence.
Don't forget, it's a great day to be a porcupine.